Hello, good morning students, class 7th. We are continuing with the chapter number first. Now, yesterday we were doing an activity, means we have studied that green leaves which are having chlorophyll, they make food. But some of the leaves have large amount of red, brown and other pigment mask over the green color. Over the green color they are having red, brown and other pigment just like the mask over the green color. Photosynthesis takes place in these leaves also, means photosynthesis takes place in these leaves also, means in the red, brown and other pigment leaves also. Then you often have seen slimy green patches in ponds or in the other stagnant water bodies, means the water which is stagnant means fixed at the one place. You can see some of the leaves which are very slim. These are generally formed by the growth of organisms called algae, and these are formed by the organism that is algae, green color algae which is present in water. Can you guess why algae are green in color? Here is the question. Question arises, means why the color of algae is green? Because they also have chlorophyll. They contain chlorophyll which gives them green color. And these algae, they can prepare their own food by the photosynthesis. Because of green chlorophyll, they can prepare their own food. That's why algae is green in color. Now, the carbohydrates are made of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. We can say that the carbohydrates are made of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Carbohydrate, it is formed during photosynthesis. It have carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. And these are used to synthesize other components of food. And these are used to form other components of food. But proteins are nitrogenous substance which contain nitrogen. In proteins, there is nitrogen is present. From where do the plants obtain nitrogen? Here again one question arises, that from where does plants get nitrogen? Then I can tell you that we have studied in 6th class also that nitrogen is abundant, that is a 78%, means nitrogen is present in abundance in gaseous form in the air. However, plants cannot absorb nitrogen in the form, but plants are not able to absorb nitrogen in the form. So, how they absorb? The soil has certain bacteria. Soil has certain bacteria that convert gaseous nitrogen into usable form and release it into the soil. Means these bacteria, they convert the nitrogen which is in gaseous form into the usable form so that the plants can use and release it into the soil. These soluble forms are absorbed by the plants along with the water. So as we are watering the plants, this water absorbs nitrogen and it provides to the leaves. Also, you might have seen farmers adding fertilizers rich in nitrogen to soil. And we have studied that manures and fertilizers are added to the soil. It have too much quantity of nitrogen. In this way, the plants fulfill their requirement of nitrogen along with the other constituents. Means other things which are required for growth of plant, and nitrogen is also present in that. Now plants can then synthesize components of food other than carbohydrates such as proteins and fat. Means that's why plants can synthesize different components of food other than different components of food other than carbohydrates, such carbohydrates in the form of proteins and fats. Now, other modes of nutrition in plants. What are the other modes of nutrition in plants? How plants can take food? There are some plants which do not have chlorophyll. Some of the plants, they do not have chlorophyll. They cannot synthesize their food. They cannot synthesize their food. How do they survive? From where do they derive nutrition? Then from where they are getting the food? Like humans and animals, such plants depend on food produced by other plants. As we are dependent on plants, in the same way, these plants are dependent on other green plants. They use the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. What is heterotrophic? Means they take food from other plants. We have studied that Cuscuta plant, that is Amarbel. It is a parasitic plant. It takes food from the host and it does not have chlorophyll. It takes ready-made food from the plant. It takes ready-made food from the plant on which it is climbing. You can see in the picture Amarbel, in the Hindi we are saying, and Cuscuta, it is a scientific name. The plant on which it climbs, it is called host. Means the plant on which it climbs, it is called host. Since it deprives the host of valuable nutrients, means it takes all the nutrients from its host, and it is said to be parasite. And it is said to be parasite. Are we and the other animals also parasites for the plants? Means here's question arises that we are also parasite as we are taking food from the plant. We are, yes, you should think about it and discuss. Now here is that thing. Pahli wants to know whether mosquitoes, bed bugs, lice and leeches that suck our blood are all parasites. Means here one question is there that mosquitoes, bed bugs, lice and leeches that suck our blood are called parasites. Have you seen or heard about plants that can eat animals? Have you ever seen or heard of plants that can eat animals? Yes, there are few plants which can trap insects and digest them, that are said to be insectivores. They trap insects and digest them. Is it not amazing? Such plants may be green or of some other color. These plants can be green or other color. One example you can see here, that is a pitcher plant. You can see the pitcher plant. Its leaf is modified into the lid. Its leaf is modified into the leaf. The pitcher like structure is the modified part of the leaf. Means that is the modified part of the leaf. Lid means the covering. The apex of the leaf, the you can see the pointed part, that is the apex of leaf, forms a lid. Forms a lid which can open and close the mouth of the pitcher. Which can open and close the mouth of the pitcher. As the lid, the work of lid is like that only. It can be opened and it can be closed. Now inside the pitcher there are having which are there are hairs which are directed downwards. Means hairs are present which are directed downwards. When an insect lands in the pitcher, means when an insect it sits on the pitcher, the lid closes and the trapped insect get entangled into the hair because it is very colorful and insects get attracted toward it. So when these insects lands in the pitcher, the lid closes and trap means to catch. Insects get entangled into the hair. Means it gets entangled means first jana, that is that entangled into the hair. The insect is digested by the digestive juices secreted in the pitcher, and that here some of the digestive juices are secreted and these are digested. These insects are digested into the pitcher. And such insects are said to be insectivorous plants, and such of the insects are said to be insectivorous plants. Is it possible that such plants do not get all the required nutrients from the soil in which they grow? Then here again means they are not getting the required nutrients from the soil. So if the pitcher plant is green and carries out photosynthesis, then why does it feed on insects? Again here question arises, as it is having a green color synthesis, then why does it feed on insects? Again here question arises, as it is having a green color and can carry photosynthesis, then why it is not why it feeds on other insects? A question arises here. Now we will study about the saprotrophs. What are saprotrophs? You might have seen packets of mushrooms sold in the vegetable market. We have seen mushrooms. Just like umbrella, you can see that. You may have all seen fluffy umbrella like patches growing on rotting wood. Means it grows on wood which is rotted, destroyed during the rainy season. Let us find out what type of nutrients they need to survive and from where they get them. Means from where they are getting that nutrients. You can see a packet of mushrooms and a mushroom growing on decayed material in the picture. Now, one thing is that Buzu wants to know how these organisms acquire nutrients. Means how they are getting the nutrients. They do not have mouths like animals do. Means they are not having mouth just like animal. Then they are how they are taking the food. They are not they are not like green plants as they lack chlorophyll and cannot make their food by photosynthesis. Means as they are not having, they lacking chlorophyll. Then how and they and they can't make their food with the help of photosynthesis. Now, one activity we can see, we have to take a piece of bread and moisten it with water. Means we have to take a piece of bread and we have to put water over it and leave it in the moist warm place for 2 or 3 days, and we have to keep for 2 or 3 days or until fluffy patches appear on them. You can see the white patches will come on it. These patches may be white, green or brown or any of other color. Observe the patches under a microscope. Now we have to see under a microscope or with a magnifying glass. Then you can see in the picture about the fungi which has grown on the bread. Then we have to write down it in our notebook. Most probably we will see cotton like threads. You can see cotton like threads spread on the piece of bread, that is the fungi. These organisms are called fungi. These fungi have different mode of nutrition. How? They secrete digestive juices on the dead and decaying matter. Means they secrete digestive juices on the dead and decaying matter and convert it into a solution in the form of food they are taking in the form of solution. Then they absorb the nutrients from it and they absorb all the nutrients from the bread. This mode of nutrition in which organisms take in nutrients in solution form from dead and decaying matter, that are said to be saprotrophic nutrition. Means from dead and decaying matter as they are getting nutrients, that mode of nutrition is said to be saprotrophic nutrition. And plants which use saprotrophic mode of nutrition, they are said to be saprotrophs. And plants which are saprotrophic are using this mode of nutrition, that is said to be saprotrophs. Then you can see fungi also grow on pickles, leather, clothes and other articles that are left in hot and humid weather for long time. You can see that fungi arise on these also, just like pickles, leather, clothes and other things. You can see the white patches coming on that. So this fungus provides shelter, water and minerals to the algae, and in return the algae provides Now here I would like to say that try to do the questions which I have taught to you, so that so you have to form the questions and write in your notebook.